Gemini rising, May feels like deja vu, not in a cute, oh, this reminds me of something kind of way, but in a why the hell am I here again type of way. Same thoughts, same patterns, same emotional triggers, same situations, just different faces. And for some of you, it's frustrating as hell because you thought you already grew past this. But May is showing you something very deeply, right? And very clearly as well. You didn't fully close the loop. You just paused it. And now it's back, asking you to fully finish it. I feel like I need something. You tried to fight, but you my brain is racing for my heart is racing for clarity. Now, before we go even deeper, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Scott Santana, better known as Aubrey when I'm doing these spiritual readings, and I'm here to align you to your highest self, your highest timeline, and your highest potential through astrology and intuitive insight. And I want to be very clear about something. This reading is based on your rising sign, not your sun sign, because your rising is what also determines your houses, which is how these transits actually show up in real life. Tarot, that's energy, that's emotion, that's intuitive, right? But astrology is timing, structure, and where things are physically happening in your life. So when I say 12th house, first house, sixth house, I'm telling you exactly where this is playing out for you. So this reading is general. But if you want to know your exact situation, your timing, and your outcome, book a full reading on thealigningsouls.com because that's where we're going to get specific, okay? So let's start the story. The month opens with pressure in your sixth house. This is your daily routine, habits, work life, mental and physical health. And right off the bat, something feels off. You might wake up already irritated, already overwhelmed, already feeling like, yo, I can't keep doing this shit every single day. And what's actually happening is the full moon is exposing your habits that are draining you, the routines that aren't working anymore, the environments that are exhausting you. So in real life, feeling burnt out at work, realizing your routine is not sustainable, noticing your mental health is affected by your daily environment, maybe getting fed up with responsibilities that don't align with you anymore. And so the deeper truth is that you've been running on autopilot, and now your mind and your body and your spirit is just like, we can't do this anymore. Matter of fact, we're not doing this anymore. And then on May 2nd, Mercury is going to enter Taurus in your 12th house. This is when things get quiet, not peaceful, but heavy quiet, because Mercury enters your 12th house. This is your subconscious, your inner world, your thoughts you don't say out loud. And what this feels like is you thinking more, but not speaking as much. You're reflecting, replaying, revisiting things mentally. So in real life, overthinking at night, going back over old conversations, questioning your decisions, feeling mentally tired even when you're not doing much. This is where the loop starts, because now your mind is going, why the fuck did that happen? Why do I always go through this? What is wrong with me? Now, on May 6th, Pluto retrograde in your 9th house. Your belief system is going to get challenged. Pluto retrograde hits your 9th house, and this is your mindset, your beliefs, your perspective on life. And what's going to shift is you're going to start questioning everything that you thought you knew. So in real life, this could look like realizing your mindset has been limiting you. You know, maybe seeing that you've been telling yourself the same story over and over, maybe questioning beliefs that you've had for years. This is where it clicks. I've been thinking this way my whole entire life, or it's been keeping me in the same cycle. Now, on May 16th, there's a new moon in Taurus. This is quiet but powerful because this new moon is not about external action, it's internal. And what's happening is you're setting a new internal foundation. So this looks like deciding to stop entertaining certain thoughts, choosing peace over overthinking, letting go of mental patterns that keep you stuck. But here's the thing. Nobody sees this. This is all internal. And Gemini risings don't always like that because you like movement, you like communication, you like expression. But this, baby, this is healing. So May 17th and May 20th, everything is going to shift with this Gemini activation because now Mercury and the sun enter your first house. So this is when you come back to yourself, right? And you're going to start feeling more like yourself again, maybe speaking more, but thinking more clearly, wanting to take action. This is your reset moment. This is your, okay, I see what's been happening. Now I'm going to move different, right? And then on May 18th, Mars is going to enter Taurus in your 12th house. So here's the twist. Your energy is still partially internal. And what this is going to feel like is frustration that you can't fully express, feeling like you want to act, but something is holding you back, needing to slow down and process before moving. This is discipline for your mind, not your actions. Also on May 18th, we have Venus that's going to enter Cancer in your second house. So now the focus is going to shift to your value. This is about money, self-worth, emotional security, and in real life, wanting to feel stable, wanting to be valued properly, craving comfort and security. This is where you start asking, am I valuing myself the way I should? And lastly, on May 31st, we're going to end off the month in full moon in Sagittarius in your seventh house. End of the month, the relationship story comes back. But now you see it differently, okay? You gain clarity in your relationships. So real life, you're deciding whether to stay or leave. You're seeing someone clearly for who they are. You're understanding your role in the dynamic. And this is either closure or decision, okay? So now your oracle message, never ending story, Gemini. This entire month, repeating patterns, repeating thoughts, repeating emotional cycles. It's not the situation. It's the story that you keep telling yourself about. And that story sounds like, I always end up in this situation. This always happens to me. I can't get out of this. And the truth, Gemini, is that you can. But you have to stop repeating the fucking story. Okay? So listen, if you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, this is definitely my life. Okay? Definitely my life, but I don't know how to break the cycle. That's because this is general. This is for all Gemini risings, but your patterns, your chart, your timing, your decisions, that is specific. So if you're ready to break the cycle, get clarity, and actually move differently, then book your reading, thealigningsouls.com, because at some point you have to stop watching the story and actually change it. Get on your shit before shit gets on you. Tell me what you want to be. Tell me what you want to see. My brain is racing for